And even worse, adding injury to insult already. Luis Robert exits in the 8th inning, Sean. He looked like he just came up. It wasn't egregious, but he looked like he was favoring it a little bit. You could tell after he was trying to beat out a ground ball in the 8th inning. And after the game, Tony La Russa updated, said it was a minor groin strain and IL stint is a possibility. So how does that make you feel?
We'll put that. We'll put Luis on a 10-day IL stint, and then we'll see what happens. It's always something. This is what I was saying. I think I said this in the group chat. Make the shirts, print them. White Sox baseball. It's always something. It really is. Like right when you get an outfielder back, an outfielder goes down. When you get an infielder back, an infielder goes like. When Lucas Giolito comes back on Sunday, which I believe is the plan, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't happen, but I won't be surprised if a pitcher goes down because that's White Sox baseball, right? When someone gets back, you lose somebody.
Sean, to play into your thing there, because I know we had the update, what was it, like 2 days ago is when they had announced that Pollock's probably going to be back Friday, like that was like the, initial, like likely, that was kind of like the designation there. So we're like, oh, like, yeah, we're feeling good. We're getting close to like, some like full strength in the outfield here. But they, it's funny as part of this whole news, like, when the Luis Robert official injury update came out from TLR, he also in kind of not the same breath, but in the same media session there, had confirmed, yes, Pollock will be back tomorrow. He is coming back Friday. So, we had to just we had to get it out of the way preemptively with the injury news that, we had to have it before someone could actually be confirmed coming back. We're just getting them out of the way beforehand now.
So Angle will be in center tomorrow.
Yeah.
Pollock will be in right and Eloy will be in left, or Vaughn will be in left and Eloy will be the DH.
That's the other thing, Sean. I mean, Eloy's thing, he only DH today. He's still, that ankle is still lingering. Of course, we just thought it was a bruise when he fouled it off during that Seattle series, but that can happen. Don't get me wrong. It's when you're a big power hitter, that can happen. You put the ball in your foot and it hurts. Doesn't feel good. But of course, there's some sort of like roll or, swollenness to it. It's not just a bruise, not just, not just purple for a couple days on you. Like
my thing though, you know what? Put him as DH. Yeah. Let him hit. As long if he can hit, that's all I care about. Yeah, I don't need him in left field.
Much of that lately though either.
Well, yeah, no, I know what he is, but yeah.
Yeah, he'd be the type of guy that I would look to, though, to kind of like, bring you out of some of that. And you know what? The most disappointing thing, too, here, while we're finishing up, just, kind of injury rants here, Luis Robert finally started to break out of his slump before this, too. Remember, everybody's tracking like, Luis Robert is 0 for 18, 0 for 19. It got up to 0 for 21 today in the first at bat. And then he came back and he
hit that double.
Roped a double off the wall. And I think it's like at least like 20 major league ballparks. That's a home run in just because Cleveland has the high wall. So
that ball was smoked.
Again, another instance of some That's So White Sox select there. But he did smoke it. And then he also had a single later. I think he did go opposite field with one there and recorded a single. So he went 2 for 4 overall on the day. Not a bad day at the plate. But then, of course, he has to leave early. I don't think he would have gotten another bat there, but still, leaves early in the game. Just when he was like, everyone's concerned about him. Oh, Luis looks just like lost up there. Well, looked like he found himself a little bit. And now he's going to be lost to the IL.
And now we'll lose him for a week and a half, 2 weeks. And
yeah,
it's always something, man.
All right. Last injury update. Unfortunately, this is always a fucking lengthy list. That's Josh Harrison sat out today. He's got shoulder soreness. I think there was some back, maybe a little bit of spasms there too. Not great. I don't like to see it. And who knows when he'll be back, because this guy's a veteran guy. And this is already his second injury scare this year, Sean. So I know he's set, like, and I get it. Like, Lurie deserves all kind of the shit that he's getting. And I'm a Lurie guy myself too. I usually am. Like,
you're a Garcia stan, man.
I'll call it out though when it's like, when it's bad, and like, like some of the plays, like you said, like letting like Ramirez beat out some of that, and like that goes for overall in the infield though, because Timmy had some dog shit plays in the infield too. So I'll give it to him when they deserve it there. But at the same time, you have to use him because Josh Harrison can't fucking stay healthy. I grit it. And he was making a play, and he did make a great play on it, and it happens. You're going to get injured sometimes, but they're just piling up, and it's inconvenient because you thought you filled the second base hole, but now you don't have it filled at all, because when the hell is he ever going to get back on the diamond? And when he gets back, is he ever going to be the same?
I don't know. I think Harrison fits on the team great. I actually really like I really like the addition. I don't know necessarily, like from a starting standpoint, but if that is what we have to go with, I'm good with it, right? Like I can live with that.
I want him, and I think he can be, but it's like when's
got to be on the field.
There's always something, to use your word, Sean. There's always something. And you got to be on the field. And even in the small sample size, he already hasn't been on the field enough for my liking.
Yeah. And you know what, from an offensive standpoint, he's not going to do anything too crazy, right? But he's going to be able to play a good second base. You can put him at third for on some days. And I just play second base. I'm not worried about the offensive side of things. That'll come around. He'll get a couple weeks where he's hitting doubles, getting base hits, little dinkers. He's not going to, the power numbers aren't going to be there. He's not going to be hitting 20 home runs or anything like that, but he's going to be able to play a good infield. And that's all we really, like right now, we see from the defensive standpoint, right?
Yeah. We'll
see. All we need.
when he's been healthy, the defense has been much more sound than any of the other options.